Oh, I can't see. I can't hear your voice. Please give your applause. Thank you, guys. Nah, that's it. I saw the energy and the enthusiasm that we need from the future leaders from Indonesia. So let's just start this online country summit, yeah? Good evening everyone, and welcome to the 100 Country Summit Indonesia. This event is initiated by OMLAS alumni and supported by Nellis and 1 million leaders in Asia or OMLAS. My name is Astri, and I'm really honored to be your host and moderator for tonight's session. Before we begin, a few quick reminders. Maybe some of you already have your Zoom display name, but please, I think there are some people who's who's using, because there is a technical mistake that if you use link from someone, your name will be changed into the people who shared the link. So please use your real name, okay? I still saw the Alicia Akuya, and I know you are not Alicia. I also see Adi Damayanti, and I know you are not Adi Damayanti. Please change the name into your real names. And please open your camera because we want to fully present in this room. And we want, there are some speakers, the speakers here are insightful people, and we really want to absorb the insights, the experience. So to fully use this meeting, please open your camera. And then you also could use the virtual background that already been shared in the WhatsApp group. Thank you, everyone. So this 100 Country Summit series was first held in person in Nepal. The Indonesian is part of the post-summit series. The theme of the 100 Country Summit is empowering governors for the future. So you guys are the governors for the future. This event is the landmark gathering of young leaders from across the global south, and especially here, we are coming from Indonesia, and the participants is framed as the governors for the future. The young leaders will work together to shape pathway toward a thrivable future. This summit will serve as both a culmination and the beginning to elevate the youth voices, visions, and actions, to co-create a blueprint for a better tomorrow, and launch thematic communities of passion. Applause for all of us. Thank you. To start our evening, let's watch a short video capturing the global spirit of the 100 Country Summit series.
100 Country Summit from Cairo.
Conectando la red viva de líderes de cambio. Te esperamos.
100 Country Summit from Nepal.
OML 100 Country Summit from Tunisia.
Conectando la red viva de líderes de cambio. Bienvenidos y bienvenidas al Summit.
100 Country Summit from Bangladesh.
100 Country Summit from Kogi State, Nigeria.
Hola, conectando la red viva de líderes del cambio. Sumate a esta red global.
100 Country Summit. This is Elvis from Ghana.
And 100 Country Summit from Indonesia. Thank you. Yeah, after seeing the video, we are now hold the 100 Country Summit in Indonesia. We will meet the wonderful speakers for tonight. There are Coach Water. Hello, Coach. Thank you for your willingness to attend this.
Hello, Mbak Astri.
Hi, thank you.
Teman-teman semuanya.
Yeah, Coach Water lives in Bali, so he could speak Bahasa Indonesia well. Yeah, and also Coach Water is the founder and CEO of Transformations First.Asia. Coach Water inspires authentic and trusted leadership. With clients from 129 countries, he helps executives, professionals, and young leaders lead with clarity, confidence, and compassion. He is an expert in influence and resilience. He integrates mindfulness, neuroscience, and positive psychology into his leadership coaching. Please welcome Coach Water. And also, there is our second speaker, our wonderful woman speakers tonight. Halo Kak Tiwi.
Hello everyone.
Kak Tiwi, or her full name is Pratiwi Hamdana Ayam. Kak Tiwi is a social entrepreneur and community leader passionate about empowering youth, women, and persons with disabilities in Indonesia. She co-founded several initiatives, like including Setara Berdaya Group, Inclusive from Timur Foundation, Renjana Enterprise, and Tenun, which is focusing on inclusive employment, entrepreneurship, and sustainability. She also holds a master's degree in innovation and entrepreneurship from the University of Warwick and participated in the professional fellowship program at Deloitte, USA through YCLI for economic empowerment. Her work integrates social innovation, education, and sustainability to build a more equitable future. Please applause for Kak Tiwi. Thank you. Wow, I really like the energy today. And thank you for matching my energy. Yeah, so right now we will begin the panel discussion, and we have the three topics today. But our third speaker will come after some agenda. He will become soon. And now I want to explore more about insight from Coach Water and Kak Tiwi. Maybe I will go to Coach Water first. Coach Water, with your experiences and you're coaching many people, and especially for the young people, what do you think, from your experience, the main challenge that young people facing today?
Oh, thank you, Astri. And again, a very good evening to all of you, and love that positive energy that we're here to make a difference. Governors for the future. Yeah, so this first question, great question. What are the main challenges facing young people? Well, of course, I may not be as young as you are, so I'm not sure I'm getting it really right. But also from coaching a lot of young people, I would say there are three. I'd like to mention three challenges. The first one has to do with building more sustainability, including in all the areas of the SDGs, more sustainability, including SDG 17 for better partnering. That's between organizations, but also between generations as well. And I'll come back to that again a bit later. So building more sustainability, one, that's such a big challenge. The second one is growing your leadership. Now, leadership is not about a position. The modern definition of leadership is as a social process of influence. So it's actually making positive changes happening together. Now, so growing your leadership daily, every day, with effective leadership behaviors. That, I would say, is one of the three top challenges I'm sharing. And the next challenge, the third one I would like to share, would be becoming confident and trusted leaders. So confident, we all have voice in our head sometimes that we are not so confident, that we may have some imposter syndrome. But as we practice every day, and that's a challenge, we become confident leaders who are also trusted leaders, trusted by others. So we have passion, we have skills, and we also have perseverance. Leadership is something that is not a sprint, but it's more like a marathon. So we have to get to it every day, and that's not always easy. Sometimes we might be very active, and then the next week, we don't show up. Well, that's not really leadership. So as leaders who are going to build more sustainability in the world, we have to show up every day, and we have to learn how to do that, and also how to enjoy doing that with that positive energy that Astrid is showing us so clearly tonight. So those would be my 3 points: building more sustainability, growing your leadership daily, and becoming confident and trusted leaders. What do you think?
Yeah, and your point about the marathon is really inspiring for me because here we are, the Omlas alumni initiated by Ade Damayanti and her team. I think this is the steps. So we've become a collective movement. So because yeah, as you said, it's a really really tiring to work alone, to lead alone. So do you think this is the right networking to always become motivated by each other? What do you think?
Yes, well, so in this modern definition of leadership, we call it a social process. So social means you don't do it by yourself, right? You do it with others. So forget about those, old-fashioned ideas that leadership is about a position. Of course, if you hold a position as an executive or a manager or director, you can do a lot of good leadership. But that's not really the modern definition. The modern definition is making a change happen together as a process of influence. Even if you don't control the outcome, you can influence together using skills and effective leadership behaviors. And like you suggested, doing it together, I like to say it's more effective, it's faster, and it's more fun.
Yeah, exactly. And how is it like we already have the candidate for the future governors here. It's like how many people is maybe 39 or 39 people, 39 young governors for the future. And what do you think? How do we empower the youth leadership? How it looks like, and how can we prepare the 39 or maybe like 37, exclude us, to be the future governors?
Yes. No, well, first of all, we are now, 39 or 37, but imagine each of us grows 3 leaders or 5 leaders or even 10 leaders around us. How many will we be then? So if we see this as a social process that we don't do by ourselves, but we actually invite friends to do this with us, our group can grow fast. Okay, so great question. How does that show up? How does empowered youth leadership, what does it look like? Perhaps also, what does it feel like? Okay, I come again with 3 points. Why do I come with 3 points? Because I believe in the power of 3. If I give you a list of 5 or 7 things, then, experts say that you probably won't remember all of them or any of them. But if I share 3 points with you, it's very likely that you will remember those. So I make it easy. Just go for 3. All right, the power of 3, I call that. So the first point for this question, I think, builds on what I mentioned earlier. It's showing up daily with these effective leadership behaviors. And there are many good examples I'm seeing in Indonesia. First of all, of course, in the work of this group, of Damayanti, of Grace, of Sri Ramadhani, who is also here. I have another group of colleagues in the Global Peace Foundation Indonesia team. They're doing a wonderful job in showing leadership behaviors that they come up with every day. I also work with the Water Stewardship Indonesia group, building better water stewardship in the rivers and lakes and so on. Again, they also working on this daily leadership with good result. And I also work with the Bali Youth Parliament for Water, a colleague there. So those are all examples where they are already working on this and showing up regularly with good practice. So showing up daily with effective leadership behaviors. Now, the second point here I would like to mention is building trusting relationships in your team and across generations. A team, Simon Sinek says, is not just a group who works together, but a group who trusts each other. And I think good leadership, effective leadership, really revolves around trust building. And that's not automatic that we learn how to do that. We have to do some work for that. And that would be what it looks like. If we see trusting relationships in a team, and importantly, also trusting relationships across generations, because no generation can solve the sustainability problems by themselves. Even Gen Z, we have to work together across the generations. The problems are simply, too big. But together, I believe we can tackle them. So that's point 2, trusting relationships, including in your team, but also across the different generations. And then the third one actually goes back to what you said, Maasri, is that it's about collaboration. So taking collaborative challenges that grow your leadership. Research shows that 70% of our leadership growth comes from taking on challenges. And I mentioned leadership is a social process, so you don't do it all by yourself, but you do it with others. So it basically means it looks like taking on collaborative challenges together that grow your leadership. So showing up daily with effective leadership behaviors, building trusting relationships, including across generations, and then taking collaborative challenges that grow your leadership. Those would be my 3 points. What do you think?
It's really great. It's really easy to remember, the power of 3. Thank you, Coach. You really know how to simplify, but it's not just simple, but it is deep. The concise, precise, and deep. Thank you, Coach, for your insight. Maybe I will goes to Kak Tiwi, and we already heard the profile of the Kak Tiwi, who led so many social initiatives. And Kak Tiwi, by your experiences, what do you think the difference of the social entrepreneurship and the traditional or the conservational business models, and how do you think it can support the local economic resilience, food security, and others?
Okay, thank you, Astrid. From my experience running a business for almost, I think more than 15 years, and then in the past 7 years, I have been running 2 social enterprises. I can conclude that the difference is actually first, of course, from the terminology, the first one is social entrepreneurship or social enterprise, and then the other one is just like conventional business. So when we talk or when we have a terminology of social, it means we will talk about issue, we will talk about purpose. So with the conventional business or traditional business, we always start with how do we make profit? But with social entrepreneurship, we can start with what kind of impact that we want to make and how we can make it sustain. So I think that's the first differences between the conventional or traditional business and the social enterprises. Profit is still important because without profit, you cannot running the business. But with social enterprises, profit is just a tool, not the goal. But with conventional, the ultimate goal is the profit. But with social entrepreneurship, the profit is just the tool to make impact and to make it sustain. And then from your question about how we can support local economic resilience or like food security and others impact, I have been mentoring like more than hundreds of social enterprises in Indonesia, and I believe it can be a powerful engines. They can connect like farmers directly with consumers, no more middlemen. Currently, I'm mentoring like a coffee farmers. The coffee pricing in Indonesia is really high right now because the middleman. But now with technology, with social enterprises, the end user like the coffee shop, the roastery, they can bought directly from the farmers. So that's the difference between the conventional and then the social enterprises. And also We are currently working with chili farmers in Kalimantan. And then we empower like the women community in there, so they can produce directly from the raw materials of the chili to chili paste, and then we can give them access to market not only in Kalimantan but also across Indonesia or even global. So that's when we talk about social enterprises, what related to the local economic resilience, I believe it's really powerful because they can support from the roots of economics in many communities in Indonesia. So I believe from my experience, being a social entrepreneurship or social entrepreneur, it teaches us that doing good and doing well are actually not the opposite. They can and should happen together, because resilient local economy is not built by aid, but it's built by ownership, collaboration, and purpose-driven business. That's why I prefer to do social entrepreneurship compared to the just conventional business.
Thank you. What a nice insight. So I think it's also really related in what Coach Walter said, because to do the issue, sometimes there are also many challenges that we face on reality. And of course, that's why we need the collective, like Coach Walter said, the social process and collaboration. So like there are no more like Gen Z, baby boomers, or whatever. We collaborate, and because we have the same goal, we have to tackle the issue, and we want to make the impact. But maybe you have already mentioned some, but we want to know more the concrete examples, like the business ideas or social business ideas that born from the comes from the community needs. So like yeah, from the issue, what issue?
Okay, I think I will start with my own business.
Yeah.
I started like it was 2017, so it like 8 years ago. I was studied in the UK. I got a chance to study it in the UK, and I saw many people or person with disabilities were empowered. They can work in the fashion store, they can work in the restaurant, they can work everywhere, and they're really empowered. But I never seen the same situation back in my country, in Indonesia. So I did some research and I found out my province, South Sulawesi. I came from South Sulawesi, and then I found out that South Sulawesi is one of the top three province in Indonesia where the most populated with person with disabilities. And then I do another research, like what can I do to empower the disability community back in my province, because I really love tenun, the woven fabric of Indonesia. I decided maybe I can produce something from the woven fabric that I purchase directly to the local weavers, especially in South Sulawesi, and then I train the person with disability to manufacture the product. So that's why tenun, it's TENOON, was born. So now we are producing like a product from the local weavers in Toraja, in Mamuju, in Lombok, in Nusa Tenggara, any villages in Nusa Tenggara. And then we ask our disability community, our community full of person with disability who already trained, they can manufacture, they can sewing the product, and then we sell the product to the business institution. So our market is most like a business to business model business. So that's the very ultimate example that I can give you, because that came from my very own experience when I was studied back in the UK. But the other experience that maybe I can give you, just like I told you before, currently I'm focusing on farmers. We are empowering farmers, not only in the chili farmers, but the coffee farmers itself, because we saw the needs that the middlemen, they bought the coffee the green beans from the farmers really low price. And then they sell the green beans to the roastery in a high price. So that's why we are currently working on the farmers, that how can they sell the green beans directly to the roastery and then to the end consumer, like the coffee shop in Indonesia. Because currently Indonesian coffee is really growing. The price is really high, but the farmer is only get like 10% of the selling price. So it's really huge gap that we want to solve. And then the other ideas also about the education. Indonesia having a very low literature rate in Indonesia, especially in the eastern part of Indonesia, because I'm come from the eastern part of Indonesia. That we empower, like there are a lot of communities that we empower so they can train their own society about the digital literacy and also about financial literacy. And then what the impacts of that, the society became more aware about digital literacy. How can they use like digital tools like Canva to create a poster, and then they can get hired professionally to be like a graphic designer. Also, we empower the small medium enterprises to use like financial literacy tools. So basically what I'm saying is, first what we can do is we are looking what the community already have, what kind of capacity and capabilities they already have. And then the second thing that we need to find is what actually they need the most. Do they need the money, or actually do they just need the capacity improvement? And then we combine them together, and then we can create some impacts through social entrepreneurship.
Wow, mashallah, really nice insight. And I think this is not only me who inspired and motivated by your story, but also all the wow, all the people here. And maybe the last question is like, what do you think is the practical steps that can us as the candidate of the governance for the future can take the practical step to become you, like to empower like to the social entrepreneurship.
Okay. I think I always tell my mentee, or whenever I have this kind of webinars, or even to the small medium enterprises that I have teaching about business model, especially the social enterprise, I always say start with what you have. So start something, anything that can solve a real problem around you. Anything. Step small matters as long as you do it consistently. So whatever you see, whatever issue you see around you, whatever impacts that you want to make in your society, just start with what you have, start with what you know, start with whom you have with, let's say your best friend, or you guys here, you have, or you already have the community in Omlas. So I think you can start with whatever you have, whatever you think you can do, just start, and then do it consistently. Along the way, you will find maybe some failure. You will find maybe, oh, this is the best way to do it, or this is not the best way to do it. You will learn along the way, and then you will find like, I think this is the kind of impact that I want to make, and then I will do it better day by day. So I think if you ask me how you guys as a young Indonesian wants to be like governors of the futures, always start with something, because big idea in your head will be useless if you are not starting anything. So just start with whatever you have, and then you guys have a really supportive environment here. So I think collaboration, as Coach Water says, the social terms is really important, because you cannot do it alone. So ask help, ask for collaboration, and just start with whatever you have.
Thank you, Katiwi. And what about Coach Waters' opinion? What do you think that the practical steps that Indonesian youth or us here to become the governors for the futures and become empowered?
Yes, I'd like to say that I'm so inspired by TV's story, and it really resonated with me. And just last week, I was actually at the summit, the 100 Country Summit in Nepal. Physically, I went there, and it was so exciting because one of the projects that was presented there by Omla's fellow was also a weaving project in Darjeeling, in the northern part of India, in Darjeeling, in the mountains. So yeah, that's so powerful. That, and also the weaving itself. I think a Tanun weaving project is really great to hear about. And I part-time I spent in Bali, and there's a famous project there, and I'm sure you will be knowing this. It's called Threads of Life.
Oh yeah, I know that.
And Threads of Life has been going on for a long time to support women weaving groups in Eastern Indonesia in very remote areas. So they're doing a fantastic job, but they also have a really good market because they sell very well. I have some products that I'm really proud of having. It's beautiful. So I think that is just a really great testament of doing social entrepreneurship for sustainability objective. Yeah, so fantastic to hear. Okay, so on the side of from me, practical steps that you guys can take. Well, I'd like to mention a kind of general one first. I'll come again with three. Power of three. My first one is that I've been working with teman-teman, in Indonesia for, since maybe 1985, so it's a long time. And there's one thing that I heard others complain about, people in other countries. When they get to know the good example in Indonesia, they often say, hey guys in Indonesia, why don't you speak up? Why don't you share this more proactively with us in other countries? So my first point would be speak up more across borders. Reach out within Asia, also to Australia and to the whole world, because Indonesia is a very influential country. You have lots of good projects and stuff going on. And sometimes you kind of keep it within Indonesia. Please share it more widely. So that's my first points. Speak up more across borders. Okay, the second one is, I hinted already a little bit at it. It is to work across generations, and I call that to become cross-gen leaders, cross-generational, cross-gen for short. So our sustainability challenges cannot be solved when can only be solved when leaders from all generations learn to work together rather than separate. And I see too many things that are still separate. There are many events that are only for youth. Why only separate things out for youth leaders? I believe it works better if we arrange to get a seat at the table to negotiate that, to seek to collaborate and learn from all the generations, become bridge builders with Gen Y, Gen X, and even boomers. And don't forget, Gen Alpha is already waiting in the school benches. So that is easier said than done, because research shows that every generation thinks they're the best. And every generation is biased and even prejudiced too, I would say. So if cross-gen collaboration doesn't happen so easily, there are reasons for that, and they have to do with leadership, communication, psychology, and so on. So we have to develop the skills how to do that, to become really effective cross-gen leaders who build trust across generations. So that will be my second point. That's not very easy, but like Prativi said, you may have a good dream about that already. Now it's time to get started. In your team, how can you get people from different generations involved? In your enterprise, in your project, your office, how are your relationships across generations? And finally, a bit of a summary, and these are actually some of the words that we mentioned last week in Nepal, in the summit there. We highlighted collaboration, so that word has already been mentioned several times. It means don't do it just by yourself, but focus on doing things together, to work together, collaborate. So that's the first. The second one is to do that consistently. So to work on your consistency of leadership behaviors, that means do something every day. If you keep doing small actions every day, it does really add up. But if you only do it once a week, that doesn't really work very well. And the third one is, nowadays we have a lot of things to do in our world and in our life. And there are also many choices to make. So for the path that you choose to work and make a difference in, commitment is necessary. We need to commit ourselves to take those daily actions and to step forward and to take those risks. And Bapak TV said, sometimes you fail and then you learn and then you stand up again and you go on. But you have to be committed. Leadership doesn't happen without commitment, right? We talk about direction, alignment, and commitment as key aspects of leadership. So those would be my 3 points. Speak up across borders, you guys in Indonesia. You have so many good examples and wonderful culture, wonderful way of collaboration, of musyawarah and gotong royong and all the other terms you have for collaboration. Share that in the wider world. The world needs you. So don't feel that your work area is only Indonesia or your province or your district, but reach out bigger. Online, that's very easy to do nowadays. So second one, become cross-gen leaders. And third one, collaboration, consistency, and commitment. Those would be my points. What do you think?
Yeah, thank you so much. And this is really insightful. And also, you talk about the collaboration. We already talked about the leaders, and this is the social entrepreneurship by Kak Tiwi. We already have our third speakers from another sectors, from the public sectors. Please, Kak Reza Navandri, are you there? Or Uda Reza? Uda Reza from Padang, ya?
I think he's not coming yet.
Not coming yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I add a bit like a trivia information? Because Coach Water mentioned about Nepal. The inspiration of my social enterprise Tenun actually coming from Nepal. I went traveling to Nepal after I graduate from my previous works. I used to work as a teacher in West Papua in a very isolated island, and then I celebrated by traveling to Nepal, and then that's where I saw a lot of vendors. They sell like a lot of woven fabric that they already transform into a very beautiful clothes, bags, accessories, and everything. So that's what I decided. Okay, I want to make something like this, but with Indonesian woven fabric. So I think if I can add a bit idea of how to become the governors of the futures, I think you have to be open-minded as well. So you have to be open-minded in a global scale, if I can mention, not only with your peers in Indonesia, but also with the situation with other countries. So you can see like, oh, this is something that you can apply in Indonesia, something good, something better, and then you can apply and implement it in Indonesia. So you really have to be thinking globally. So that's what other insight that I can add. Thank you.
Thank you. Previously I see Uda Reza. Oh, Coach Water, please.
Can I add also one acknowledgement, building on what Bapak TV just said? So I want to acknowledge Damayanti,
our initiator.
Yes, what we just heard, go international. That is what she is doing, right? So she has a collab. That's one of the leadership challenge terms we use. And her collab mates are from Brazil, I think, right? Yeah, Brazil, and India and Philippines. And the four of them are working together in an enterprise called Making Space. So there are people in your network here now who go global. They are not limited anymore to Indonesia only, but to really reach out. And I love your story of how you got inspired when you went to Nepal. So let's increase our outreach and work with people in Indonesia, but definitely also around the world. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, so here we are. We already have many inspirations that we can take lessons and we can apply to our daily life. And there is also our inspirational speakers already came. Hello, there is a. Are you
Halo.
ah, admin can hi. I think I saw you earlier. Oh, but you will take a break, yeah? So, for people who haven't known, Uda Reza is also our inspirational speakers today. He is a dedicated public servant committed to building a government that is transparent, accountable, and driven by technology. And he have more than 19 years of experience in public administration and currently serves as the acting head of the Agency for Human Resource Development and Civil Service, or Indonesia, BKPSDM, of Pariaman City in West Sumatra, yeah?
Yes.
And he also leads initiatives in digital transformations and human capital development for civil servants. And as an alumnus of prestigious international leadership programs such as YSEALI and the Maneki New Zealand Leaderships, Reza actively mentors young leaders and innovative civil servants across Indonesia. He believes that public service should evolve into a collaborative space between government and citizens. So maybe previously Coach Water mentioned the collaboration between generations, and here we are. We want to collaborate between the government sector and the business sector, and maybe Coach Water has like initiative from the social sectors, and this is the collaboration not only for across the generation but also across sectors. And I want to ask, so if Coach Water and Kati, okay, I want to ask Uda Reza some questions first, and then we will back to discuss together.
Please.
We used to be in the same program.
Yeah.
In the
same
same
batch.
program with Damai and Reza.
YSEALI?
Yes.
Yes, wisely.
YSEALI United.
So you guys are all from the same batch. Guys, cool, really cool. That's guys, the networking is really important. Take note. And Uda Reza, as we've already heard your profile that you work in the civil a public civil servant. But for us, for the young people who is maybe not the civil servant, how do you think young people can influence the local government policies in the practical ways? Maybe like data-driven community, or maybe like youth coalitions or collaboration with any village or city councils? What do you think?
Okay, I believe the answer is twofold about the data-driven advocacy and building strategic coalitions. So let's first talk about the data. Any policy we propose should be backed by solid data. Okay, why? Because idea supported by data are much harder to government to ignore. It's so we have done about the homework and here to offer constructive solutions, not just protest. And the key strategy for government is most important thing is how or proposal to help them achieve their flagship program of their official visions. It doesn't mean or other idea are not important, but they are done alike the government's current goals is much harder to sell. Let's say about the really issue right now. Makan bergizi gratis. Okay? It's like the program for students. We know there are a lot of public debate, a lot of problem, even in West Sumatra. As young people who care about like our local economy, why we don't propose a partnership we call suggest way to for local business to supply like some banana, some rice, the high quality of that. This way, we are supporting the government program and boosting our local economy too in the same time. So, and the second, with coalitions, in my regions, in West Sumatra, we have philosophy as tiga tungku sajarangan, or the three pillar. It's meant this community prepare when governments, community leaders, and academic are work together. So all of you, the young leader, you must contribute the best idea. I still remember I meeting in Damai and Kak TV in Phuket. So you can bring your local ASU to discuss with amazing people from all over ASEAN. Is even like that, like Omnas, like now is other great platforms. So use the opportunity to build your network, just make you more competent and make your policy idea more powerful and respected. This is crucial. Activism like democracy, we know like party problem like many demonstration in for governments is really get influence the government, but this impact doesn't last. The real path to lasting influence is to formalize or rule. The goal is to get a seat in the policy making table, like the official development planning musrembang. So the path is lasting influence for young people is formalize or rule within the exacting structure. The goal is not just be heard everyone while and then forgotten, right? So the goal is to get real seats the policy making table. For example, like musrembang, I see that. So the rule is being outsider the main chain to become insider decide the chains for very beginning for the planning. Just it.
Thank you, thank you. It's really important. And also, this is why I love the collaborations between every sectors because we can hear different perspective and insights. And like you said, the importance of the data. Yeah, for like social entrepreneurship, before we do the issue, of course, we have to based on the data, what issue that we want to follow up through. And also for the leadership, of course, the leadership to build more impacts and become the sustainability, the collaboration. We have to have the data, and that's really important. And it's also really uh, nice insight that not only like goes viral, but we have to uh, through the effort through the existing structure. Nice. But what do you think the yachts? You maybe already said we have to buy the existing structure, but how is it like the yacht people here as the local citizen, improving the transparency and the accountability at the local government level?
Okay. Think about this. About the watchdog, right? About the watchdog, maybe we are the young people of the demonstration beyond watchdogs try to touch when you're doing wrong, right? But a friends try to prevent you from doing wrong. We should be government friends. People listen to friend more than watchdog. Okay, we care about our friends, but we maybe just dog just say we don't care about dog. We care about our friends. So we must prefer present or finding respectively. In my culture, we have the katomadaki. Let's just examples. A way to speak respectfully to our elders. Like when we have protest to smoking. So when you don't tell your father stop smoking, you will get cancer, right? So just change this like Dad, we love you. Please take care about your health. We should present that to like don't make it the problem. Yes, not but as helpful information to help them govern better. So like change what we measure. Often accountability is not just about financial. Yes, I know that in governments or Indonesia government just care about the financial, but was the budget spent correctly? Where where the youth can drive hook shift. We should champion outcome accountability. Like don't just ask what the clinic budget spent right. As the new clinic actually reduce the child mortality in our city. This focus the truly matters, improving people life. So this just not about we find the government's data is wrong. We find the transparency is wrong. Just be a friend with governments and like I learned about the Professor Park in Wellington. They say about don't say about the your solution. Just the first is say about the problem, say about the benefit, and the last just say about your solutions. Because when you say the solutions, you they are think you are more smart. So just be a friends, be honest to them. That's it.
Thank you. Oh yeah, yeah. Uh, and is there any like after like yeah we have to be friends to improving the transparency and accountability at the local government level, but like is there any practical steps that Indonesian youths can take to become the governors for the future? Like so it's not about like pushing the government, but how to become the governors for the future. Do you have any take on that?
Yes. So I believe like Kak Tiwi learned about the Wesley in US. We learn about the three point like hand, heart, and head. So if you want to be governors for the futures, this is about the mindsets. The you have hand like this like actions. This means you take action. Stop blaming like waiting for someone to act. A government takes responsibility for the problem in their community and proactive find solutions. And the second is empathy. Being a future leaders mean you genuinely care and have empathy for people you serve. And the last is head. This means you must constantly develop the skill, knowledge needed to manage yourself, lead the team, decide project, and contribute to effective governance. So manage yourself before first, right? So you must like what they say about you first so to you can manage your own life to responsibility. And my 19 years in public service taught me one thing: just doing an okay job is not enough to become a leader. You must always to be learning. You must be useful. You must make an impact, credibility, and foundation for our leadership. The second, start with yourself. And people always say the best time is start for the youngest age. But I'm telling you the second best time is right now. Say like the impact just being your community. And the last is build your competency and your network to speak with authority. Okay, to speak with authority, be heard. Patience is not enough. You need competency and strong network. Why? Because our world just like it or not, the world often play more attention to who's speaking, not just what is being said. So the step you are taking right now, join program like 1 million leaders fellowship, is amazing move. Expand this, strengthen your connections, and I'm absolutely confident that all of you be successful, and I believe you are be future leader of Indonesia.
Thank you, Uda Reza. And what is interesting is what you said that yours is aligned with what Coach Water said, the power of three, hand, heart,
Okay.
and head. Thank you so much. And for all the participants, for all the candidates of the governors, for the governors for future, we will now open the Q&A session. Maybe there are one or or three. If you have any questions, please, you can raise your hand or just like Coach Water said, speak up more. There he is, our governor for the future who wants to speak up. Please, Zahra Hanifah. Still mute, or maybe your voice is really small. Still can't hear you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Can you hear my voice? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Thank you. Please.
Hello. Okay. Can you hear my voice?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
clear.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Zara. I'm a student, and I'm so grateful to be here because I have a lot of mentor like Coach Water, Kak Nur Astri, Kak Pratiwi, and Kak Reza. I wanna ask about, I wanna say thank you for all of you because this is an inspirational discussion for me, and I have being like spirit to being a great student in my university. And I like to ask to beautiful woman here like Kak Pratiwi and Kak Astrid too. What kind of like leadership qualities do you believe will be most important for the young generation? Especially because I'm a Z, I'm a Gen Z, and like I'm coming from Indonesia. What the typical like leadership need for the future? And for Coach Water, you are a great coach and great mentor for me, and for Kak Reza too. The second question is, wait a minute. In many schools, like leadership is a thought theoretically. How can we make leadership education more practical and empowering? Thank you so much.
Thank you. So the second question is for Coach Water and Uda Reza.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe like the first question first, yeah. For Kak Tiwi, what do you think the qualification from leaders in Indonesia that needs?
I would say the first one is resilience because we are in the fast moving situation right now. Like everything should be fast. Even if you want to an answer, you just ask to chat GPT and then it's really quick to answer your question. So that will be a very challenging work we live in now. So I believe resilience is a must because especially for the young people here, they will face a lot of challenge. You are not only compete with other young people or other senior experience, but you also compete with technology like artificial intelligence. So you have to be really resilient and adaptive. If you are resilient, I believe you will adaptive because you will quickly adapt with the changing situation in this world. And then also, if I can say, if I can add one more, it will be initiative because I believe many young people have a great mind, have a great idea, but not everyone are brave enough to take the initiative. So I think those three characters or value that I believe can make you young people here thrive in this world: the resilience, the adaptive, and also the initiative.
Wow, thank you so much. Resilience, adaptive, be initiative.
Thank you so
Nice.
much. Like initiative, resilient, adaptive, and be brave. Okay. Thank you, Kak Pratiwi.
Yeah, thank you, Zahra. It's really clear. And maybe next to the Coach Water, like how does the leadership education or leadership awareness it become more practical?
Well, that's a great question because we don't want too much theory, right? In fact, in the modern research on leadership, we know that 70% of your leadership growth comes from taking on challenges. Only 10% comes from structured knowledge, like doing training. And 20% comes from doing it together and having mentor, coach, feedback, including peer feedback, collaboration. So the best way to work on those qualities is to make it part of your daily life and week, every day, every week, to do it with others. And to focus on those steps, those behaviors that we talked about earlier. And this is why the OMLAS program is so great, because it guides you through a program. Damai, it's about 3 months, 4 months?
In totally 9 months.
9 months altogether, you see?
Yes.
So if you just go to one training course, I'm sorry, but that doesn't really help. The research is very clear. Behavior change takes at least 3 months. So if you want to see really good results, you have to work preferably with others, because it makes it more fun and more fast. You have to work over a longer period of time to find a challenge where you learn together and you work together and you see the results together and you get excited together, like we are excited today. But then we need to look for programs where you do that over a period of time. That's what's effective. If you just go to one training course, maybe you just get interested, but you're not going to change because of one training course. You needs more than that. And the OMLAS program is an excellent example of that modern way of developing leaders. I also, if I may, I just want to support Udaresa with two things. I love the head, heart, hand model. Change doesn't happen if we don't speak also to the heart. If we just come up with a bright idea and we speak to the head, it's not enough to get change. We need to be touching the heart of the other person, coming with the emotions, with the stories, and building the trust so that they really believe they want to work with us. So that is really, I love the head, heart, hand model of leadership. And also, I love what he said, that when you work with government, but actually not just government, also other partners, before you come with your own ideas, think about how you can help them. Think about their goals, where they want to go, and see what you could do to support. I think leaders are givers before being takers. So we always think, how can we help the people around us? And if you work with government, that's the government. So think about how you can help others, and people will be also impressed, and they will come back to you, and they will also ask about you. So those would be my points. I could talk for a long time, but I'll stop there.
Okay. We have a nice insight from you. So that's why you said we have to take the challenge consistently every day, because the research saw that 70% of leadership comes from the challenges, for the technical challenges. And so, Udareza, from your insight as the public servant and your experiences all the years, what do you think? How do you make the leadership education more practical?
Okay, thank you. So I'm really agree about coach. So the leaders don't make is you can make a leader with one more or two more. It's take a lot a daily life. It's take a daily life. So Indonesia have like a Merdeka Belajar, the freedom to learn program. So we in the university we say that how to leading yourself. We also need to optimize this talk the way to communications. I still remember maybe Damai and Kak Tiwi still remember the friend in high school, right? Who the bad guy, who the good guy. So the who really good communications will have better in the futures. So the point for me is just optimize your communication way. So the leaders how the leader, the good leader communications is the more sorry, a more good your communication is will be say you can be leader or not, because the leader just not how to lead. He is or she is a speaker how to lead together the people. It's not a machine. They are no machine. They are how people. So how to make the leaders, so fix the communications. So Indonesia have the program that, but not the program is not only about the how to learning. It's about the how to lead. This is for me for inside of governments. Indonesia have a really good program, but not enough for how to make it good. Just program. Sorry about that.
Okay, we noted. Thank you. Maybe one more questions. Is there any participants here who wants to ask from our wonderful and insightful? This is a rare change to have an insight. Please raise your hand if you have anything to discuss.
We're
I
so
think,
curious. We are so
yeah.
curious about your question. Please raise your hand.
Nurul, Kak Nurul, Ikoma, please, the stage is yours.
Okay. Good night, everyone.
Night.
Hello. I'm Nurul. Currently, I work as a lecturer in Jambi University. Also, I'm from Jambi, Sumatra. Thank you, Mbak MC, for the opportunity, and thank you for all the speakers for the insight and sharing. I would like to ask these questions to all the speakers. So, my questions is, on their leadership journey, young people often face challenge and external pressure that can test their commitment and integrity. How can young leaders maintain their principle and stay committed to their vision when they face various pressure and external influence? Thank you.
Thank
This
you.
is
This
for
is
all the speakers.
okay, noted. Thank you. This is real facing the reality that we have today. Maybe Uda Reza first. Like, how do you maintain your integrity?
Okay.
Stay to
It's a
the
hard
vision and mission?
question. It's really hard question. So how to maintain this? Because back for why you do that. Start with why. Start with why. Back to your hurts. Why you be the leaders, and uh, ask yourself the hands. What you do to help people to be a leader? What are you doing? What you doing? And think about your head. How you thinking? This is the best way to be a leader or not. So, but the main point about that is about back to why, about the hearts, about the hands. What do you do as really maybe become a lectors. Mbak Nurul become a lecturer, right? Why you come a lectors? You want to be a professor, or maybe you want to be a governor, maybe to the mayor, right? So come back to your passion and start with why. Start with why. Ask yourself your heart and what you do about your hand and what you thinking is a good or not. If yeah, it's not wrong if you come back. Just don't stop just walking. So the progress is not jumps. It progress is by the ones. Okay, because progress is not about one. It's a progress about how you to still step when you face the maybe the hard thing in your life. Don't stop it.
The small progress is a progress. Thank you, Uda Reza. Kak Tiwi, please, your insight about this.
Okay, basically the same. You have to know your why, because the why is the fuel. So if your why is not strong enough, then maybe you will get easily to change your mind, to change your integrity. So yeah, the first thing is knowing your why and make it strong enough. And then the second one is again being adaptive, because along the way, whatever goals we have, there must be challenges will face you. So you have to be adaptive. Maybe you have some goals that you want to achieve, and then the way you achieve it, you only know like one way. But along the way, you become more adaptive, and then you find out that, oh, actually there is another way to achieve our goal. So it's not about, I think it's not always about the method, but it's about whatever path you choose, you can still achieve your goals. So you don't have to stick to one plan only, but you can create the second or the third plan as long as you achieve the goal. So that's why I think the foundation is the way itself. Thank you.
Thank you, Kak Tiwi. Do you have the same opinion, Coach Water, or do you want to add more new
Oh,
points?
yeah, lovely. Great question. Jambi, is that the Sungai Musi? Is that the
Batanghari,
Oh,
Coach.
the Batanghari
Yes.
River. Okay, got it. All right. Because my background is in water resource, so I ask you which river is flowing in that city. Before I became a leadership coach, I'm a water resources specialist. But then I discovered that most water problems are also people problems. So I started to focus on helping people. Yeah, I agree with our previous two friends that to advance on the leadership journey, we need to be clear about where we are going. And they have already said that. I would also support and amplify that. In the language of the model that I often use, which is a model used by researchers, is that leadership is a social process of influence, also for our self-leadership. And it produces direction. So you have to be clear about where you're going, your why and your vision. Alignment. So you have to learn to align, your decisions, your resources, your time to reach that goal, to reach that direction, go in that direction. And then there's that commitment that you included in your question, actually. But if you're committed, but you don't know for what, then you may be scattering your precious energy and your precious time. So it's really worth doing some homework and see what's your vision, what's your strengths, what do you want to do, how do you want to contribute to society. And you also mentioned challenges. So challenges for me are growth opportunities. We grow the fastest through challenges, but that's not always comfortable. In fact, challenges, the good ones, are always outside our comfort zone. That's where we grow. In our comfort zone, we don't grow much. So, and I would say that to take on that challenge, to become a leader who really makes a difference, like Uda Reza also said, we need a good support system. So please have good friends, mentor, coach, people you trust to work with you. This evening we heard that Uda Reza and Prativi and Damayanti, they were together in one program. They got to know each other really well. I can sense that they're still good friends and support each other, and maybe with Astri also. So to really challenge yourself, you also need good supporters, because that helps you in being resilient. So don't try to do it all by yourself, I would say. Really reach out to others, but do your own homework. Maybe together with others, but do it for yourself where you want to go. Answering that why question, or what's your vision. Also, what strengths are you bringing to the table? I believe strongly that if we build on our strengths, we will be more successful. So yeah, that would be my take on it. What do you think?
Thank you. So I think the foundation of the questions, the foundation answer on the questions is start with the strong why. It has to be strong enough and to be committed. Even how small is it, the progress is still a progress. And we have to efficiently allocate it, our resources to goes to our why, to the strong why. And we need the strong support system to achieve our goal. And also we have to be adaptive in this resilience era, in this agile era. Thank you so much. This is really insightful, and we really had the privilege to have a discussion forum with the three speakers, really inspiring. Maybe before we move on to the next session, could we please take the picture? Let's capture the moment together. Please, for all participants, open your camera so we could see your bright smile. Admin, already? Okay, 1, 2, 3. So should we go to the next slide? 1, 2, 3. Kak Admin or Kak Eki ya? Kak Eki, is all participants already captured?
Yep, all done.
Okay, thank you so much, Coach Water, Kak Tiwi, and Udo Reza. It's really insightful for us. So we have a great, amazing mentor. Also, we could connect to your LinkedIn maybe or Instagram.
Yes.
Just search on if maybe participants want to ask more. Thank you so much. We will hope to the next session. If the speakers, all these three speakers want to stay in this session, we welcome you all. But if you have another agenda, another schedule, it's also okay for you to leave. And we really grateful for having you guys here. Thank you. So maybe the
You
next
so
session.
much.
Thank you,
Bye,
Kak Tiwi,
everyone.
for
Good
staying.
evening.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you,
put
Coach Water,
I put
Kareza.
I put my LinkedIn in the chat and my email, so you're welcome to contact.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Farhad, do
Coach.
you want to say anything
I
to the
just want to say,
speakers?
Damai, Rashmidi may be trying to join with us. Can you share our link, easier link?
Oh, okay, wait.
WhatsApp.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's
But there
wait.
is a program lead, Omlas Fellowship program that she will coming here, Asri. Maybe we can let her in.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Maybe we could put her on the spotlight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And take picture one more. Thank you for still staying, Kak Tiwi, Uda Reza, and Coach Otter.
Yeah. Maybe Katiwi, Coach Water Dareja, if you need to go, it's okay too. Yeah.
So it's okay. So we will move to the next
Yeah.
next session. Okay. Kati already shared her Instagram and LinkedIn if you want to
I'm
ask.
leaving first because I need to put my son sleep. It's still a bit time. Thank you so much. Have a good weekend, everyone. Hope we can talk in another time.
Yes.
Coach Water, Kareza, Damai, and everyone here. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you
Kak
so
Tiwi.
much, Katiwi.
Good
And
night.
Yeah.
after today, I look forward to hearing about the outcome of your discussions. And I really challenge you, make the most of it, take action, start today. Like the race I said, maybe the best time was 5 years ago, but the second best time is today. So please make good use of today.
Noted. So guys, here that's our homework. Homework from Coach Water.
All right, thank you. Bye for
Thank you,
now.
Coach. Thank you, Dareza.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Good night.
Yeah, Asri, now we have Rasmi Resna, program lead of Omlas Fellowship Program. Maybe she will say something to Indonesian participants.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you.
Dame, that's so kind of you. I was not expecting to join because this is Saturday and I had some work, but just I saw the link in the discussion in the group, so I thought why not just join you guys. So I'm not prepared, but I'm like, it's what I want to say is thank you so much, Dame, and all the team who is organizing this 100 country summit, post summit. So today I also joined the African one. Today they have the summit 25th, and the day before yesterday it was in Latam. So we did in 18th of October. So we already completed the 300 country summit in 3 regions. Today we completed it, and it was wonderful in Africa also. So there were something like 550 people in Africa summit, and in Asian summit we had 920 live, but the Zoom report said 1800 participated. So it was kind of, I think, when we see the database of live summit, we have 3000 total participation. So we are really looking forward to have a blueprint for a better tomorrow, the survey that we did. So we will be sharing with all of you. And I am very happy to see Meta also here, who was our alumni from last year. So thank you so much for organizing this one. This is very, very important for all of us because we always say that we do not get chance to speak and to have our say. So this is the moment that we lead as a young people, and we also, craft the future for ourselves and our region and our country. So I think I just don't want to take so much of your time, Dame, because I am not in the program. So thank you so much. And I also, tomorrow is our UMLAS Fellowship, our graduation day for the first batch of the UMLAS Fellows. So we are also looking forward for tomorrow, and I can see Grace also here. So lovely to see Grace, Meta, and all of you, and Forhad. So thank you so much. And I will be listening to you guys.
Thank you, Rashmi. Nice to meet you. And it's a really nice encouragement to us from moving to breakout room, because on the breakout room we will discussing about the blueprint for the better tomorrow. So everyone, this breakout room you'll be automatically assigned to the group, because there is we have to balance everyone, and so each group is diverse, so everyone can discuss efficiently and deeply and more intensive. So please, in this group there are moderators that will lead the discussion, and we will wait for your the blueprint. So we'll see you back in about 25 minutes. Please join the breakout room. Thank you. See you in 25 minutes.
Okay, Damai, I am creating 8 breakout rooms, so 3 participants per room, and our moderator co-host will be able to choose which room they select. So yeah, so it's going to be for 25 minutes, right?
All right.
Okay, 25 minutes. So yeah. Okay, breakout room has been created.
Nice. Please join your breakout room. Wah. Okay. Nice.
Hi, ma'am, Rashmi. I miss you so much. I'm crying that you will come here.
Oh, thank you so much, Meta. Yeah, so today we just completed the African summit. I was there in that summit for 3 hours. That is why I couldn't be here from the very beginning. So, but still, my heart is with you. Ramadani is also here. I can see her. So lovely to see all of you.
Yep. Okay, so I will go to the breakout room.
Okay, all the best.
Yep.
So Forhad, all the best. I will be leaving, and I will see you all tomorrow. Okay. Thank you so much also.
Thank you so much, Didi, for coming.
Thank you. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye, thank you, Rasmi.
Bye.
Surti and I think Surti is also participants. Surti, are you there? Surti, you can join the room 8. Okay, so I will take a break first. And we'll open online again after 25 minutes, yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Terima kasih.
Gabriel, please join the breakout room. Kak Eki, I think we should pause the recording because when everyone is on the breakout room, the recording is ongoing on the main room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's start again when all in main room. Do you guys have a nice discussion? Or maybe we stop it in your midnight when you're on fire. Thank you, everyone. We really hope your discussion is full of energy. We need more time. Let's say that to Kak Damai. Maybe there are some of you that wants to raise your hand and sharing your summary of your discussions in your room. Is there anyone? Kak Nurul is?
Mbak, aku moderatornya.
Astagfirullah.
Bentar. Tadi
Who is
ada
it?
Mbak Luri dari room aku. Mbak Luri ada standby nggak nih? Tadi
There is
katanya
Mbak Luri.
oke. Gimana Mbak? Boleh pakai Indonesia nggak apa-apa ya?
Udah
Mbak
nggak ada
Astri
ya
ya.
ininya. Oh, kasihan. But there is still Farhad. Do you understand us? See the
I think Fuad
subtitle.
understand Indonesia. Let's teach him.
Oke, Mbak Luri.
Baik, terima kasih kakak-kakak semuanya. Perkenalkan nama saya Luri. Tadi saya habis discuss di room 2 bersama Kak Nurul Ikomah. Tadi kami membahas tentang bagaimana bentuk kepemimpinan pemuda yang berdaya, terus langkah praktis bagi pemuda untuk menjadi governors for the future, dan tantangan utama apa yang dihadapi oleh pemuda hari ini. Hasil diskusi yaitu yang pertama, tantangan pemuda itu ada dari komunikasi, karena tidak bisa dipungkiri bahwa setiap manusia kan punya ciri khasnya masing-masing dan punya beberapa perbedaan. Nah, di situ tantangannya dan komunikasi menjadi hal yang krusial. Terus bentuk kepemimpinan pemuda itu tadi ada bagaimana kita bisa bermanfaat untuk sesama dan bagaimana kita bisa memanfaatkan teknologi yang ada karena teknologi itu sudah sangat dekat dengan diri kita, dengan kehidupan kita sehari-hari. Mungkin itu aja, Kak. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Mbak Luri. It's really nice, yeah. So this is the challenge, like you said, communication. Forhat doesn't understand our language. Thank you. Please make it short and concise, Zahra.
Okay. Oke, thank you so much, Kak. Tadi aku gabung bersama Kak Alisa dari Cirebon dan aku ngomongin tentang youth empowerment dan hasil diskusinya adalah yang aku bisa kasih tuh tentang yang namanya love yourself or we can say being a confident yang bisa dibilang sama coach tadi bahwa berani sama being confident is very important for the young people to bersuara for anything dan aku rasa benar yang dibilang sama Kak Luri tadi komunikasi dan terus berani untuk menyuarakan apa yang memang dibutuhkan gitu. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Zahra, and we really love your confidence.
Thank you
Nice,
so
and
much, Kak.
yeah, let's continue this inspiration with the short video from one of our Omlas fellows. Maybe the panitia mungkin bisa share videonya. Jadi ada salah satu video inspirasi tentang project yang sudah dilakukan sama Omlas alumni. Here we go.
Hello everyone and Namaste. I am Ocean Tapamagar, Umlas Fellow 2024 from Nepal. Let me take you to the field of Tino, where our project was been initiated, where farmers awake each morning wondering, will it rain today or flood again? Because in Nepal, the climate change is not a future threat, it's our reality. Unpredictable rain, rising heat, long dry spells are already putting our stable crops rice, wheat and maize at high risks. In this changing climate, something even more worrying is happening. Our indigenous seed, the true heritage of our land, are slowly disappearing. Farmers are pushed towards hybrid varieties that promises higher yield, but in return they take away the diversity, resilience and self-dependency. Many farmers I met during this field visit said, our grandparents used to save seeds, but now we buy them every season. They simply don't have knowledge, awareness, resources or confidence to preserve what was once their pride. Our mission began with our one goal, to conserve agrobiodiversity through social innovation and entrepreneurship. We aim to bring back indigenous seed, revive community and make agriculture climate resilient again. We listed, listened, learned and acted, reaching 750 students and over 300 farmers through awareness program in importance of indigenous seeds. We established a community seed house in Tino 1, Palpa, a small but powerful symbol of hope. We organized training on community seed house mobilization and management, empowering farmers with practical knowledge on seed collection, preservation, and recording. And to sustain our mission, we turn tradition into entrepreneurship, making cookies from indigenous grains. Today, the seed house stands as a living library of resilience. Farmers are reusing traditional seeds, students are learning, and women are leading preservation efforts. Next, we plan to expand trainings and promote organic agriculture, climate smart farming through indigenous seeds. The project is not just about the seed, it's about preserving identity, empowering communities, and showing the hope for the generation to come. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Giving applause. That is the one inspiration from the OMLAS alumni. And Ocean is still 23rd years old. So in his young age, he has already made a project, the initiative, and it's already that impactful. But don't forget, as Kak Tiwi said, just start with what we have. And also just as Uda Reza said, small progress is still progress. So, and Coach Water said, we have to be consistent. So, it's okay, guys. We don't have to jump into the next step. We have to that impactful, but just start. Thank you. And before we close the session, we have Kak Ade Damayanti as the lead initiator of this initiative. Maybe would want to deliver the closing remark.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Asri. It's really great for seeing you all today. So, hi everyone. I am Damai from 1 Million Leaders Asia team, and also Farhad he is from 1 Million Leader Asia team. So, the 100 Country Summit Indonesia is part of the post-summit series after Global 100 Country Summit by Nellis, Next Leader Initiative for Sustainability in Japan, and we are running this program across 4 regions: Asia Pacific, Latin America, Africa, and MENA, Middle East. So I just want to say big thank you to everyone for joining today. It was amazing to see your energy, ideas, and let's take what we have learned and turn into real action and make a positive change in our community. Remember, you are not just participants, you are dreamers, you are change makers, you are future, and Indonesia needs you. So, for everyone, if you are interested to learn more about OMLAS Fellowship Program, we will have another cohort for next year. So you can stay in our group, in WhatsApp group, if you are interested, and feel free to leave. It's okay too. And if you want to become OMLAS champion also this year, stay in the group. We will share more details about it. So thank you so much once again. Keep inspiring and keep making difference. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kak Damai. It's really short but really inspiring for us. Now we've come to end of our session. Thank you guys for all of you that has stayed and giving the energy until the end of the session. Applause for all of us. And also on behalf of the starring committee, supporting community, the OMLAS alumni and supported by Nellis and OMLAS, thank you all for being here tonight and sharing your voices, energy, and dreams. And this summit is not the ending, but this is the beginning to collaborate in action. And as Kak Damai said, there is already the WhatsApp group for us to stay connected, continue learning, and together we also could co-create the blueprint for a better tomorrow. I also have my apologies if for any of my mistakes here, and thank you everyone, and see you at the next OMLAS event. Have a wonderful
Thank you
evening and
so much.
weekend.
Thank you so
Thank you so much,
Guys.
amazing
Thank you so much,
team as well.
Thank you so much
everyone.
for
Have a
being great leader.
weekend.
Thank you so much. Staying until ends. Thank you so much. Thank you, Eki,
Jangan
Farhad, Alsya, Sri, Meta, Tia, Jahra,
Yeah.
Anti, Grace, semuanya Asri.